Happy full moon, collective. Welcome, welcome, welcome to our Sagittarius Capricorn full moon tarot reading. I hope that this live finds you all well and in good spirits. Sorry, I just had to straighten up the camera. And I thank you guys so much for tuning in. To anyone who might be new here to my channel, welcome. My name is Gabrielle, and you are tuned in here to Cusp of Roses, where we do timeless general tarot readings for all 12 cusp zodiac signs, every new and full moon, and every zodiac season. So if you're interested in that content, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on my next live reading. If you're watching this in real time, I will have this upcoming week's lives posted shortly after we finish this reading for the new moon. Okay, so welcome, 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 welcome. Glad to have you all here. Glad to see you. All right, and we're gonna get into it. Give me 1 second. Okay, we're gonna add a new oracle deck to this particular reading as well. What I want to do is just realign these right quick so we can fit all 7 in the view. Okay. Maybe even push them up a little bit, huh? Just a wee bit. All right, and then let me grab these. Alrighty, y'all. Again, I hope that this live finds you all well and in good spirits. I was really drawn to the throat chakra for this particular full moon. I don't know why, but it just felt like the right energy to be connecting with to kind of prep for this energy. Now, mind you, the full moon, if you're watching this here with me live, peaks tomorrow, okay? So, we're just going to tune in a little earlier so we can be prepared. I'm going to go ahead and get your incense lit. I'm going to sound your singing bowl 1 to 3 times, depending on how I intuitively feel guided to, and then we'll get into your channel messages, and then we'll get into the cards, all right? Here we go. Hi, Herbal Angel. Thanks for being here, love. I appreciate you tuning in. Uh-oh. There we go. All right. Guess I could put this here. All right, let's get into our channeling. Okay, so again, I was kind of feeling the importance of tapping into the throat chakra for this reading. I feel like there are going to be like waves. I'm hearing it like this, like waves of communication. I think a lot of that communication is going to be coming in from the cosmos, from the divine. So pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to just songs. Some of you might hear messages through songs, conversations that might be floating around you, okay, maybe through different forms of media. But I just think there's going to be a lot of clear communication regarding the steps forward is what I just heard, like how to move forward, how to lead forward. Yeah, it's like some of you under this full moon energy are like looking for guidance around the next steps. What do I do? How should I align myself? And I feel like if those have been questions you've been asking, that's going to come in, okay, over the next few days whenever you do see this, regardless of the time frame. I also feel like the sacral chakra is active under this full moon, as well as the third eye. Which says that there's more clarity around what we as a collective desire out of this life experience, what we desire to see, what we desire to create. Okay, some of you, your vision is just going to be very... Some of you might feel a little challenged. Again, we do have quite a few retrogrades happening right now, and we got one more to come. Well, technically two, but Venus will be retrograding at the end of this month in July when I'm streaming this. And then we'll have a Mercury retrograde sometime in August. So again, it's like all of these planetary shifts stacking on top of one another, all being in retrograde, just feels like in some ways, and I know this might sound crazy, but it's like in some ways, it's offering a lot of clarity where there wasn't. Especially with Neptune in retrograde. A lot of clarity where there wasn't. And then you've got the royal you and your pre-shuffle energy. So solar plexus. I think for some of you, this is going to be a moon of purpose. Meaning you might feel one step closer to your life's purpose, or understanding it, because your life's purpose can change. It's not stagnant. It's not here's the one thing for your entire life. Like, there's so many different purposes here to fulfill that you will fulfill on your life's journey. But it's more or less more of like an identity thing. Like, this is what I believe in. This is what I live for. This is what makes me feel tethered to the whole and connected. Here's what I have to contribute. It's like some of you, even with this Sag Cap energy for this full moon, might need to take a moment to really reflect on everything that you've accomplished, everything that you have muscled through, everything that has gotten you to this exact moment, and how that connects and tethers you into this sense of royalty. Meaning you're built for your path, right? The path that the divine unfolds for you is one that's uniquely tailored for you. Not everybody could walk in your shoes, and there's just this sense, I feel like, of pride with that. I almost feel like there is a lot of self-confidence coming in under this full moon. Maybe some of you are starting to see some of your intentions manifest, and that's giving you some sort of increase in your trust that the divine is actually guiding you and talking to you, and that you do have some sort of innate sense or intuitive sense around where you need to be, what's right for you, what's wrong for you. And just, it's almost like a checkpoint in like, am I doing a good job? And I feel like the answer is yes, especially with this A Royal You. Am I on the right path? The answer is yes. So some of you maybe just need a little bit of reassurance and to be reaffirmed in that way. Anything else that I need to know prior to this reading here for the full moon in Sagittarius and Capricorn? I just heard, hear me clearly. So that could tie back into that communication. Somebody wants you to give them the time to really explain or say something, or kind of like get you to see their point of view. Maybe this is you, collective, wanting to be heard, feeling like you need to speak up and say something. Some of you, this feels like a work environment. Like whether there's like unfair treatment or things are just out of balance, it's like this might be the time, or this moon might be giving you the strength and the courage to kind of demand what you deserve and not settle for less. Not take no for an answer, and or start saying no a little bit more, especially with the Sag energy. It's almost kind of like some of you are like taking off, I'm just going to give it to you how it's coming, like taking off a superhero cape and putting on a crown is what I literally just saw in my mind's eye. I am no longer Superman, Superwoman. I am actually a divine royal, right? Like, I'm the ruler, I'm sovereign, I'm not everybody's savior in a way. So some of you are maybe falling away from that trope. It's a strong archetype. I have to be the rock. I'm the one that has to get it done. Like taking on more than you actually can handle. And what I'll say is you can handle it, but it's like it's taking on things that other people need to handle. It's almost like there's this energy here, collective, where there's this pattern of taking on other people's karma almost, or like taking on things for other people because they seemingly can't handle it or can't carry it out or do it. So you're like, okay, I'll shoulder it. But they need to build the strength in order to do so. So it's like if you take it on, then they don't become stronger. So some of you, this could be a realization of where you're either enabling yourself or those around you by not allowing them to handle what they need to handle or carry what they need to carry. It's like sometimes people don't need to be fixed. They just need a hand to be held, space to be created for them to figure it out. That's such a Sag Cap thing, wanting to help and help everybody figure everything else out, help kind of lead others on their path. And, oh, I'll show you how to do this. I'll do it for you, you know, out of love. I think it does come from a very genuine, pure space of love for you. Collective, I just think that this moon is getting us to really have a reality check around where we might be doing too much and where we maybe need to scale back so that we can be more in alignment for our own path and not maybe focus on everybody else's path. Okay? And or taking on the work of everyone else. Some of you, I keep seeing the 10 of Wands in my mind's eye. So there's a real need to set boundaries with people in your work environment, co-workers, with your boss. It's like, yeah, like, no, I'm actually at capacity. I can't do that report. Or, you know what I mean? Like, your urgency is not my emergency. That type of vibe. I think you guys, this collective who will really feel this full moon, maybe have that tendency to, well, I won't say tendency. I think it's your work ethic in general. It's like when people know that you are a hard worker and you can get the work done and you're efficient around it, it's going to increase your responsibilities in a workplace. Let's just focus in on career, right? It's going to increase your responsibilities. And people will not have a good meter or metric around what's too much for you to handle. So it's just they're going to keep throwing it at you, and keep kind of pushing things off of their desk or their plate onto yours because you're just so efficient at what you do. And I almost feel like it's this realization of like, just because I'm good at something doesn't mean I want to be worked into the ground. Like, just because I can do something well doesn't mean that it's something I want to always do. So I just get this sovereignty, 7 of Wands, 10 of Wands, standing your ground, creating some sort of boundary and some sort of barrier around the people who lack them. Okay, so this could be a specific person, specific situation for you, collective. This could just be a pattern that you have with your friends and your family that is really draining you. And I think for some of you, it's this need to realize that putting yourself first, or at least creating a safe space for you, is more important than anyone's anger, anyone's disappointment. Oh, you know, collective, you used to, why are you changing? And you always would say yes, and what's different? It's like, some of you just really have to be mindful that no is a complete sentence. Like, it is okay to say no to things and not explain why. It's just a no. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like a tall tale. Some of you have this kind of narrative in the mind that says, if I say no, then all hell is going to break loose, or, oh, this person's going to be so mad at me, or I don't want them to think I'm not a friend, or I'm not there for them. It's like, these are the tall tales that we tell ourselves to keep us in particular conditionings and patternings and cycles that aren't healthy for us, but we're used to. So really big overall message here for this full moon is breaking out of those conditioned patterns, right? Some of you, this might feel like survivor mode, things that you learn to do to survive. It's like peeling a little layer of that off under this full moon. Some of you, I feel like I've done a lot of healing work around that. And almost I want to say too, because I was about to put that back, but I want to say that some of you might realize or come into the awareness that you were fed certain things, certain beliefs. I almost want to say gaslit a little bit around what's okay to do and what's not okay to do in order to keep certain people in your life comfortable with where they are. So it's like there's something about you, collective, here that challenges. I think that's rain or wind. Sorry. There's something, my blinds are down so I can't see. There's something here that challenges people. So I'm talking to my catalyst here in the collective. It's just your natural vibe, your natural you that shines a light or a mirror towards people and where they either lack, where they're either insecure or unhappy, or where they maybe feel something that comes natural to you doesn't come natural to them. So it's something about that. It's like you're just very catalytic right now, collective, very charged and challenging the tall tales, the illusions, the lies, the make-believes, the the things that people hold in their imagination, maybe even around you. Some of you, this could even feel like defending yourself, defending your, I almost want to say, title, or like your positioning or what you've worked hard to attain. Some of you might have people who might be gossiping here about you, about your success, about what it is that you've done to get to where you are, or whatever the case may be. I just feel like, how can I say it? It's almost like it's easier to, I want to say this the right way. It's easier for some people to make believe or make up narratives about who you are, what you are, how you do, where you came from, all of this, rather than actually get to know you. I also feel like it's easy for people to make believe who they think they are, or what's this energy? It's almost like projections of what people want to be, but they don't actually take steps to be, or they don't really live in that reality, or it's not really true to them. It's like, this isn't necessarily like healthy delusion. That's not what I'm picking up on. Okay, because to some degree, acting as if is a wonderful way to kind of create your reality and change your reality and move and shift yourself forward. This feels like somebody saying, just for the lack of example, hey collective, I have your back, like I'm always here for you, and then whenever you need them, they're nowhere to be found. They don't answer the phone, they don't pick up, they don't text back. Like it's just somebody either is trying to position themselves as they are something that they are not in your life, or wanting to connect with you from some sort of like inauthentic place, a tall tale. I also get, just on a very base level, that we just want to be very, very mindful of the stories that we repeat out loud, the things that we claim to be true in our reality and our existence that we do not want. So only say the things that you do want to exist and you do want to happen, not what you don't. Because honestly, this feels like a very strong manifestation, or time for manifestation. So the things that you think and say will and could possibly cement themselves and come to fruition quicker than normal. So only say what it is that you want to be, what it is that you want to do, what it is that you want to have and experience. Nothing outside of that over the next few weeks, okay? Hi, Angela. Thanks for being here, love. Yeah. Sag Cap North Node. Cap and Chakra, Sag and Vedic. Absolutely, yes. Oh, I'm glad you know your Vedic and your tropical. I love that, Herbal Angel. Yeah. I do feel like, yes, some of the energy that might reveal itself, again, might not be fun. Might be a little annoying. I do feel that, feeling very annoyed, but necessary. It's like these are things and situations that are coming up that you need to see, you need to face in order to kind of get to that next step or get to that next level, all right? Anything else here, Divine, before we get into the cards? I feel like this deck is ready to talk. Oh, and that's thunder. So there we go. Confirmation. All right. Jupiter is here. Let's see. All right. Direct energies here for this full moon. Yeah, that is rain. Okay. Body and soul. Root chakra. So coming into a deeper union with your several different bodies and your spirit here. You've got a beautiful uncaging. There's that solar plexus energy that I was sensing and feeling. Okay. We've also got Call of the Muse. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let me scoot this over just a little bit. Throat chakra energy. One more. Thank you. And close encounters, so more sacral chakras. So the root, the sacral, and the throat. Absolutely. And there's that a tall tale at the bottom of the deck. All right. So for my number, people, we have 5 with the root chakra here, body and soul. We have another 5 with a beautiful uncaging, also 14. 31 breaking down into a 4, and 10 breaking down into a 1. Okay. So 1, 4, 5, 14, 10, 31, 35 might be important numbers for you, or number synchronicities. Some of you are really, 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 really close to unlocking something that had, like, almost like unlocking a door that's been closed for a very long time. Maybe even like a generational door. This might be energy, territory that generations before you have not been able to access. Okay. Close Encounters talks about relationships, and I feel really drawn to that. I feel like the deeper you get in union with your body and soul, the more that you'll be able to hear the call of spirit, the more you will receive message-wise, communication-wise from the divine, the call of the muse. So there's clearly a calling on your life here, a call to do something, a call to rise into something. With this sacral chakra energy, it could be a call to create something here. Create a new way of relating. Create, for some of you, this might be like a new, they're telling me like a new level of honesty that you might be experiencing in a particular relationship. Yeah. Hold on, let me make sure, because it's storming. I want to make sure we're still going. Okay. Let me go ahead and grab the book, because I feel like we should look into these first. Sacred. Alright. Alright, let's look at body and soul. Key concepts are taking care of yourself, seeing yourself as a complete package, body not separate from soul, centered in your sense of self, comfortable in your body, your authentic identity, and physical health. Extreme self-care is called for when you receive this card. Answer this question truthfully. Are you taking care of yourself? Your first choice may be to care for others before meeting your own needs. This card is a signal that it's time to take a break from your current focus and get busy taking care of you because you are worthy of this care. What simple things require your attention so you can function optimally in your world and live your best life, one day at a time? Another message that this card holds is about how you live with authenticity. Can you be at ease within yourself, you doing you with pride and self-worth? Remember, you are a soul that manifests through a body, a spiritual being having a human experience. And that means you are here on purpose, even if there are days when you wonder about that. There is an intentionality to your being here and now, just the way you are in this time in our collective story. You being here is important, for you are a precious being with a purpose, even if it seems elusive some days. Just know that life loves you, and with that in mind, your job is to do your part to make your experience a healthy one. How you nourish your body, mind, and soul is directly related to how you experience your life. It's time to put yourself first, then everything will fall beautifully into place. So there is a lot of deep soul integration here that's happening, collective. If you do feel like you need to put up some precautions around yourself, create a little space for you to do this integrative work, please do so, okay? It's okay. Yeah, it's not selfish to say no to some things if you need time for yourself or time to yourself, okay? Honor your body in that way. Let's go ahead and look at close encounters since it's the next number up. Key concepts: vulnerability as a strength, letting others see your wounds as well as your strengths, setting healthy boundaries. Okay, so that's just a big theme under this full moon. This is a time of connection that asks for you to be vulnerable and authentic. Let go of any social mask or constructs you use to keep yourself apart from others. Lower your shields and allow yourself to step into a dance of intimacy. When you become close to people, you remind yourself that you are not alone, that you're a part of a beautiful, meaningful bond. At a deep spiritual level, there are so many lessons offered to you in this closeness. At a social level, intimate relationships help you ignite the spark of life that is the power of affinity. You flourish as a result of offering emotional honesty, a true desire for equality, love, friendship, and laughter. We aren't meant to be alone, yet sometimes we are wounded and we build walls around ourselves so we don't get hurt again. It's time to be honest about yours and step out from behind that barrier and engage in all of life. This is a beautiful opportunity to allow your vulnerability to be your strength as you choose to live in integrity without artifice, or artifice, I guess. Even in your work life, this mode of connection allows you to be truly present. When you live this way, everything and everyone thrives. You have no need to defend yourself when you're being truly and utterly you, empowered by your raw openness and willingness to be seen. In this way, your close encounters will not fail you. There is much to celebrate when you stand eye to eye, shoulder to shoulder, sharing your heart, okay? So, again, I feel like this is where we're touching on these patterns here, collective. Some of you might have the pattern of pushing people away. Others of you, this could feel like a need to truly be vulnerable or open with something or someone. Some of you, it's like for that collective, you'll know if this is you because you're hearing that call to do that, to have a particular conversation or to be vulnerable or open up to a particular person. You'll know if that's you. If that's not something you feel called to, then that part might not be for you. Let's look at this beautiful uncaging. Okay. Key concept: the prison of guilt, a need for self-inventory, rigorous honesty, accountability, and making amends. At this time, you're being called to assess where guilt is playing a part in your life. Recognize how it's affecting you and others and address it so you can release yourself from its grip. Guilt is a powerful emotional state capable of transforming difficult situations. It keeps you accountable for your actions when you've done something that causes harm. However, it can also feed a self-sabotaging cycle that fosters codependency and a distorted sense of personal power. Yeah, that's why I feel like the tall tale comes in. Some of you, that could be what's happening here. Self-blame can lead to behaviors that perpetuate low self-worth. Have you done or said something for which you need to make amends? Have you disregarded a boundary or broken a promise? Guilt can make you aware of potential ways you have given injury and show how to redress the transgression. When you sincerely admit you are wrong and begin the process to fix it, this is an act of accountability, responsibility, and liberation. Take a moment now to consider when you have harmed others or yourself. This knowledge will free you from the story you tell about it so you're able to connect with truthful remorse. Now is the time for rigorous honesty as you take a self-inventory with a neutral state of mind. A good question to ask yourself now is why the guilt is there. You might be taking on a burden that's not even yours to carry. There we go. Yeah, that's that 10 of Wands energy. Pay attention, take action, and uncage yourself from the prison of your own making. The deeper you fall into this body-soul integration, the more you're going to be aware of where you've maybe been carrying guilt and shame where you didn't need to, collective. Caging yourself, it was unnecessary. Hold on, let me make sure we're still rolling. Okay. Caging yourself in where it was unnecessary. I feel like the call of the muse is this desire to break free from that. Making yourself responsible for other people's feelings and emotions. Uh-oh. Okay. Yes. Okay. I hope I'm still connected because this storm got really crazy. Okay. We'll keep going. But that's just what I think it is. I think there's a need to be truly honest with yourself. Some of you are telling yourself that you're to blame for something that you truly aren't. Again, you might be shouldering more of the responsibility than those in the situation with you. So I just think that that's what's coming into balance here, okay? Let's look at the call of the muse. And then I also want to just briefly tap into the tall tale since it came back out. Key concepts with call of the muse: creative expression, being in the flow of creativity, tuning in to inspiration, allowing creativity without being self-conscious, writing and journaling as a means of connection. When you feel the call of the muse, you are being invited to create, to be the artist, choreographing your life, serving on behalf of the great artist, divine source. While the process feels intensely personal, your ego and self-identification are, ironically, the most unnecessary parts of the equation. While you might think you own the magic of your creativity, you can truly say you're the source of the inspiration. Can you truly say that you're the source of the inspiration? Similar to the spirit of genius, imagine your creativity stemming from another spirit guide, the muse. Just as the genius needs to partner with your intellect, so does the muse need you to open your heart and let magic flow through your intuition and emotions. Stop seeing yourself as the center of the process and instead see yourself as a partner in a creative dance. Sometimes you might be inside the music and the feelings, the story and its expression. Other times you observe from the sidelines, watching it all flow from an unknown yet deeply intimate source. Today, your muse is calling you to be a channel and allow the creative energy to flow through you. The energy of emotion is waiting to be given a voice, a name, a shape, or a color. Journal, finish that writing project, start something new, paint, sing, or dance, and don't worry where any of it lands. It has its own plans for you. Your muse knows where this is all meant to go. For you, the big magic is in the experience of answering the call. Interesting. Yeah, I'll say this. For some of you, this is absolutely you. For others of you, I feel like this is an energy external from you, where somebody maybe has either been masking what they feel for you, towards you, some sort of energy that might be coming up for them, whether it's a good vibe or maybe a not so good vibe, a bad vibe. And it's like someone's definitely been not authentic here in what they feel, what they think, or where they are in a particular relationship or connection. It's like somebody either wants to have a very intimate moment. That's where I was getting with the communication. Somebody is having this kind of self-inventory, sense of honesty, slight like reality check with themselves, and then wants to come forward towards you, collective, or this is you going through that and now feeling called to make amends in particular relationships where maybe you weren't necessarily showing up as your true self. And some of you, there's like this need to just go with it. Speak from your heart, say what's on your mind, let it all out without trying to curate it or make sure it sounds a certain way. It's just like raw, authentic expression needs to happen here or will be happening here. Okay, let's look at a tall tale right quick. I know we're reading a lot, but let's just look at it. Key concepts. Denial, concealing the truth so you can manipulate and control a situation. Fear-based communication, creating a narrative to hide behind. Not allowing the fear of what others will think to influence your words. Learning to communicate from a place of authenticity. You or someone else is telling a tall tale right now. You always know if a falsehood is spoken because it doesn't feel grounded. When you lie, you get a high on an illusionary sense of power that is doomed to fail at some point. You feel driven by the fear of exposure, but something makes you stick to your story, even though you know it has no substance. Whatever lie we're caught up in isn't as important as the motive for it. Why does anyone lie? Perhaps we don't believe the truth is good enough, or we want to keep doing what we know we shouldn't be doing. Then there's the lie put forth while in denial, such as hiding an active addiction. In this scenario, we may believe our own lies, the tall tale, the white lie, the stretch of the truth, and the blatant fabrication are all about control. The desire for it, the lack of it, the need to maintain it so we can manipulate the outer world and hide our inner one. Today, ask for the truth. Be willing to pay the price and be okay with the vulnerability your lie is exposing in yourself and others. Transparency is required to get to where you need to go. That's that next step that I was sensing. Okay? To be truly empowered to reveal the strength of what is true and authentic. Any other path leads to a dead end. Remember the saying, the truth will set you free, and get ready to fly unfettered. So this, I feel like, can be very, very, very unique to each person, because I'm kind of sensing different things. Some of you might be telling yourself a lie about some sort of calling that you have or something you feel called to do or create, and either saying, oh, I'm either not good enough to do that, or oh, I'm not really as skilled at that. It's like you're pushing it off where it's actually a mode or a stream of genius in you that wants to be expressed, that wants to come out, that needs to live and grow wings and be free. Okay, I am getting some of that. It's like some of you hear the call to do something, start something, investigate into something, learn something, or go back to something that you used to be really skilled at or used to have a lot of passion around with all this sacral chakra, but you're telling yourself a tall tale that that's not who you are anymore. That's not what you do. You know what I'm saying? You're not ready. You're not prepared. Like, that could be the case here. So that could also be that honesty point that some of you are at. Others of you, I feel like this is what someone close to you, close encounters. You might be really close or sharing an energy field with someone here that is experiencing this type of self-inventory, honesty, be authentic, like taking off some sort of mask. They're learning how to stop lying to themselves or hiding their truth, or it's like they're going through this whole thing here. They're maybe experiencing a lot of body and soul integration, and they will have this beautiful uncaging. And I think you're connected or a part of that in some way. Whether it's like someone's going to come and confide in you, collective, around something that they've been struggling with, going through, dealing with. And maybe even for some of you, how that conversation goes might even unlock something in you where you're like, oh, I'm actually, like, again, I keep getting like, oh, this could be a part of my purpose. Like, I actually like helping people through their crisis, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of you, this could be about like a career shift or giving you some sort of confirmation around something to pursue when it comes to your own personal path. Others of you, I'm not gonna lie, this definitely feels like a relationship type of vibe, type of thing. Where somebody could have definitely been wearing a mask, acting as if they maybe didn't want to be close to you, didn't have some sort of feeling or sense about some sort of connection you guys have. But everything in their soul and the fiber of their being calls them to you and this situation, or to the bond that you guys have, or this, again, shared aura, shared energy. And someone's like ready to confess. Like, they're ready to tell you what it is, tell you how they feel, no longer lie about it. That could also go on the other side of the spectrum, collective, okay? Or someone maybe feels called elsewhere, okay? Either way, the truth is going to come out, especially with double throat chakra and the sacral chakra, because someone here is getting a deeper attunement to their true self, their authentic voice, their authentic desires, and doing a sort of self-inventory reality check with how that's reflected in their environment. So a lot of change might come after this full moon. If that manifests in your life, don't be surprised by that. I think this is it's just time. It's time for almost like everybody to get into their corners. Like, everybody has to kind of assort themselves, rearrange themselves, and kind of get to where they know they need to be, or get started on a path that they know they feel called to do. There's just a lot of that. There's a lot of that. The truth will set you free. So someone might be really feeling that. Like, I need to tell the collective the truth, because I am ready to get out of this cage. I'm ready to just kind of have it be out there in the open, or this could all be happening within you. All right? Yeah, why does anyone lie? Oh, where the heart is last night. Aw. Oh, that's sweet. I might have to watch that. Thanks for sharing that, Herbal Angel. Yeah, I just think across the board, this is just the time for everybody to just lay it all out there, okay? And let the chips fall where they may. Let's get into some tarot, though, here. Tell me more here, Divine. Tell me more about body and soul, a beautiful uncaging, call of the muse, and close encounters. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not paused. Okay. Oh yeah, no, we're doing good. Okay. What's going on in the root chakra here for the collective under the full moon? What's going on with this body and soul? We've got the 3 of Pentacles. So yeah, integration. Body and soul working together to unite, build a closer sense of foundation. The Trinity triangle is definitely one of the strongest foundations and bases that you can have. 3 points. Okay. It's a very grounded energy. I'm like getting the image of like the bottom of the foot. someone's trying to get their footing in a way, like, I don't know how to describe that. So, okay, you've got the Magician, yeah. Definitely a lot of creative energy, a strong creative force. With that, some of you maybe need to take care of your feet or need to pay attention to if you have some sort of pains in your foot or foot problems or foot issues. So what this triangle reminds me of is what I was taught in my studies in university, somatic practices. As a dance major, for those of you who don't know, I majored in dance in school. How to find right alignment and support from your feet that then realigns all of your skeletal system and your joints and all, is if you look at your foot as like a inverted triangle, the point underneath your big toe across to the point underneath your pinky, and then that all narrows down to your heel. If you can sense that and have all of those pressure points on the ground, then you know that you're fully supporting your skeleton. Something around that, like, feet just might be very important. Someone's just gaining their footing. Magician. Someone might be, stepping into their strength and their power here, stepping into a co-creative process with spirit. So someone, yeah. Okay, thanks, Divine. Yeah, I think that this is a big, again, the thunder, the rain, the storms that's happening outside where I am right now. There's somebody going through a major, major tower moment around how they've been holding themselves back from living authentically. How they haven't necessarily been believing in their own creative power, especially with the Magician and the Three of Pentacles. The Magician connects to all four aces and all of the page energies in a deck. There's a lot of power. Magician is also mercurial energy, so Mercury, Gemini, Virgo. Some of you are here to be creatives. Some of you have a creative flow, a creative genius, we can say, that really wants to be expressed or needs to be expressed. But in order to do that expression, you have to acknowledge that that's something that you desire to do. That's something that you can do. You have the ability to do. Oh, my deck was upside down. The Five of Wands. Something that you've either been fighting against here, feeling challenged with creation. Okay. Some of you have maybe felt very, very challenged with this whole co-creative process, like incorporating spirit, incorporating God into what it is that you're trying to create. But when the Five of Wands is out, that means that there is a solution that can be found if you stay away from the drama of it all. It's like there's a need to be solution oriented and not get caught up in the challenge. The resistance is what I'll say. Okay, I'm gonna put this back. Clarify the Three of Pentacles and the Magician for body and soul. You've got the Two of Swords. Yeah. Double-minded energy. Not being able to make a decision on maybe what you want to create. Oh, maybe that's it. Some of you maybe feel challenged with picking a path right now. And that is going to require you to kind of dig into your spirit and dig into your soul a little bit more and listen in to really feel what's calling you. Call of the muse. So there's clearly the spirit of a muse connected to you, or some of you are finding a deeper sense of inspiration. Yeah, the Five of Wands wanted to come back out, so we'll leave it. Some of you finding a deeper inspiration, or looking for that, or searching for it. Maybe that has been the challenge, not finding the inspiration, not feeling inspired by your environment or what you have going on. wanting to create but not knowing what to create. Okay. So tell me what this tell me what this beautiful uncaging might be. Knight of Wands. Okay. In reverse, yeah. Some of you definitely have been lacking passion. Not feeling passionate about your circumstances, not feeling very, again, inspired to create or to do or to move. Maybe there are other challenges that have taken precedence or taken kind of like the forefront in your life right now and hasn't left you a lot of room for play and creation and creativity in ways that you like to channel that energy. Okay. So with the Three of Pentacles, this could be work and finance that's like at the forefront of your mind, which again might not leave you a lot of room to go whatever your creative expression is. Like, man, I haven't been able to read my favorite books in a while, or I have a whole stack of books I wish I could read right now, or I haven't been able to journal the way that I used to, or I want to get back to writing that book or writing that story or drawing or something like that. It's like there's some sort of creative outlet that has been put on the back burner here, because it's like, I just don't know that the energy feels right to indulge in that. Because again, I think there's other things that take precedence or seemingly are more important than that creative flow. But it's something that you need to kind of get into here. The work will always be there. You know what I mean? Like, some of you need to make time for that. Yeah, you got the Six of Pentacles. So there is this need for balance. Deep, deep need. And look at that. And what is she doing in the Eight of Pentacles? Painting. I think if you allow yourself the time to get back to something that you love to do, and again, like the book said, to just, with the call of the muse, do it without intention. Do it just to do it. Don't worry about how it's gonna land, or it's like no one, how do I want to say that? It's like almost like no one has to know about it. It doesn't need to be displayed. It just has to be for you. Do something for you under this full moon, strictly and purely for yourself. And maybe that's the tall tale. Some of you might be telling yourself that doing something like this for you, or indulging in, or using your free time, or carving out free time to just do something that might not seem productive, is selfish, because there's all these other things that are more pressing and that you could be doing with your time. It's like some of you really just need to like let up off of yourselves and let your hair down, let yourself be a little free, do something silly like that literally has no rhyme or reason, and just let that energy flow out of you, because that's the balance that's missing. As much time and focus and energy that you put into your work, Three of Pentacles, your skill sets, your bread and your butter, right? The things that you do to kind of keep your bills paid, whatever that might be. It's like, as much as you put time into that, make sure you are doing your best to put just as much, if not, dare I say, more, into the things that enrich your soul. I just heard photography. Some of you might like taking photos. It's like, when was the last time you picked up your camera and just took shots, right? Some of you, there might be like an exercise class or some sort of artistic something you've always wanted to learn or to take. Pottery, or, you know, journal making. Like, I don't know, like some of you, I'm seeing like someone learn how to press a journal or create books. Some of you might be into fashion or clothes, or know how to sew in that way. Or yeah, when was the last time you sketched out a design, or went to Joann Fabrics or Michael's and just looked at the fabrics and touched them and just kind of like picked up a pattern and created it, right? Make a skirt, make a shirt, you know, something, a dress, a pantsuit. I don't know. It's like there's something that you're really skilled at that you need to get back into. What's this? Yeah. And so there's that 10 of Wands. The Sun and the 10 of Wands. That's what's being illuminated. It's like there's this need to relinquish some of what you've been carrying. Say no to yourself. Say no to that inner, for some of you, this is just like slightly being a workaholic. Say no to that voice that says you need to be productive every minute of every day, otherwise you're worthless. Otherwise you're just a waste of space. Like, I can feel it. It's like someone's inner voice is a little brutal. And again, I think that's out of survival. It's out of survival. We don't have time to play. We don't have time to do this. We have so many other responsibilities. Like, I have to get all of this stuff done. Then I can kick my feet up and relax. But that list is never ending. There's always going to be something to do. Always going to be something to do. Some of you need rest in the form of play. Play can be restful. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. Gotta take care of yourselves here, collective. Some of you might be experiencing some burnout, the Sun and the 10 of Wands. Yeah, some of you definitely, like, if you're feeling that lack of inspiration, the Knight of Wands in reverse, not feeling called or inspired by anything, not feeling drawn to anything, you could definitely be burnt out, my loves. There's a need to redirect the energy. Okay, clarify this beautiful uncaging and the call of the Muse. Queen of Swords. Yeah. Queen of Swords is the one queen that will absolutely keep it a whole $1.50 with you, okay? She's also very business oriented. Logic over emotions. What's this? Yeah. Out of fear of change, the Devil and Death. I think it's the inner Queen of Swords that needs to take a seat. Needs to take a rest. So that your Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups can come out to play. Yeah. Tell me more. Thank you. You've got the Knight of Cups. That's what I'm talking about. So you can follow your passions. You can let your heart lead you a little bit more. Knight of Cups is definitely that energy of just doing things because they feel good, not because they have purpose. Not because it's what all of the books and the TikToks and the reels say is the 7 marks of a successful person. It's like some of you guys might be ODing on that a little bit. So take a break from social media. Or maybe there's a need to kind of curate your social media to things that don't stress you out. Don't make you feel like you're not doing enough. Yeah, 8 of Cups. Yeah, there's a need to walk away. There's a need to let go. And you've got the Hanged Woman. With the call of the Muse. You're definitely being called to see something differently. You're definitely being called to enlighten yourself or find stillness, which is really what the Hanged Woman or Hanged Man or Hanged One, however you want to name it, says to me. I need to be still because being in this energy only isn't offering balance. I feel like this is Neptune. Neptune just went retrograde on the 30th. I feel like this is Neptune. getting us all to take a closer look, to see things in a way that we haven't allowed ourselves to connect with or to envision. It's like a, how do I say that? It's like a new path. Yeah, Ace of Wands. There's the inspiration. And the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Some of you are absolutely overdue for some fun, and fun in more ways than one with that Ace of Wands. The moon. I love when the moon comes out in a moon reading. Something about this King of Pentacles and this Queen of Swords. You might be the Queen of Swords towards a King of Pentacles energy. Yeah, I just get that someone feels like they just don't have time to... Ace of Pentacles, that's your second ace. They just don't have time to do something, or again, that it's just like... Collective. Are we ignoring a call? Some of you have your like do not disturb on. That's what the Queen of Swords feels like. Some of you have your do not disturb. Don't call, don't text, don't call, like just don't connect, don't disturb me. I'm doing something. Like, and it's almost in like a very agitated state for some of you guys. Not all of you, but definitely with the Queen of Swords. Some of you, how could I say this? Some of you might need to prepare for a close encounter with the moon here during a full moon reading, with the Ace of Pentacles. Something new is coming in. New opportunity, new seed to plant. With the King of Pentacles, it could even be like a new job, a new revenue stream. Some of you have the hidden desire to be close to something or someone that logically maybe doesn't make sense, or logically might seem insane or not the smartest thing to do. Yet there's a draw and there's a pull there with the moon. Kind of how the moon pulls the tides. The moon's kind of like pulling you towards someone, or the moon is pulling someone towards you. Could be pulling this King of Pentacles towards you. Close encounters. Tell me more about the moon. The Four of Pentacles, but you're closed off. You're closed off. Yeah, you're absolutely closed off. So I feel like the collective is in this Queen. Is this the collective connected to this reading and that I'm tapped into? You're absolutely in the Queen of Swords energy. And it's like, no, do not disturb. You see how she has her hand up here? But can I tell you something? Here, collective, I don't think that scares this King of Pentacles. Not that you're trying to scare them. If this is like a person, I don't think they're bothered by that. Dare I say, with the Ace of Wands that came out and the Ace of Pentacles, it could turn this person on a little bit. Ooh. Oh, God. It could turn this person on a little bit. But the moon and the Four of Pentacles, I don't know that your heart is ready or that your heart is open. That could also be the tall tale. Some of you might be telling yourself that you're not ready for connection. You're not ready for relationship. You have business to focus on. You got things to do. I don't got time. I don't want it. No. But is that authentic, collective? Might have to call you out here. I don't think so. I think it's a good front. I think it's a good mask. I think it's a good way to keep yourself guarded and protected. That's exactly what the cards are talking about. Oh, this moon might be pushing your barriers and your boundaries a little bit, in the sense of, hey, it's okay to put your shields down. Put your sword down, Queen of Swords. Put your sword down. You don't, it's not needed. Some of you are like, nah, I'm going to keep my sword in my hand. I'll put it down, but it's going to stay in my hand, just in case I have to cut somebody. I don't know. It feels that kind of extreme a little bit, just like operating more or less from logic, not from your emotional energy or your sacral chakra or your heart chakra. But the moon and the Four of Pentacles just kind of tells me that I think deep down, deep in the depths of the soul here, collective, I think you desire to connect, to have close encounters, to have some sort of new beginning, fresh start with those aces that came out. And I know it. It's a lot of y'all are in the Queen of Swords. Absolutely not. That is not what I want. Nope, 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 nope. And that's okay. If you need to tell yourself that, to keep a good face, to keep yourself seemingly safe, I think that's the tall tale. You're not necessarily keeping yourself safe. You're maybe even blocking yourself from an experience that would be very healthy or beneficial or grounding or supportive for you. Some of you are just very, very comfortable alone by yourself. Queen of Swords for sure is I could do bad all by myself type of energy. But do you really want to be alone? No, you don't. You don't. You don't. Oh, because you know why? Do you know why, collective? Because you can't hide. You cannot hide. You could tell me that you don't want to do it. You don't want the relationship. You don't want this King of Pentacles. If this King of Pentacles represents anybody for you, you could say it all day, all night long. But the truth is, you do. Period. Anytime the Ace of Swords comes out, we're touching on truth. Truth is, deep down, you don't want to be guarded. You don't want to be blocked off. You want to let your guards down. You want to put the sword down. You want to let whatever is calling. And mind you, now, collective, this could be how somebody feels towards you. Okay? Don't come under me and be all like, oh, it's not me, it's them. If that's the case, roll with that. Okay? This King of Pentacles could be getting clarity that they need to let their guard down. They need to put their shield off because maybe they've been hyper-focused on career or their work, and maybe even in a Queen of Swords energy towards you, collective. Take it how it resonates. But the Ace of Swords is your third ace in this reading. I get that somebody, if it is this King of Swords coming into a deeper level of awareness, I think they're becoming aware of why you have been guarded or are guarded or have your heart closed off. That's what's becoming clear. Maybe this King of Pentacles approached you, collective. There's the Ace of Pentacles again. We're going to leave it out. Okay. Maybe this King of Pentacles approached you in a Knight of Cups kind of way, and you were in your Queen of Swords energy, and it was like, absolutely not. Walking away from all Knight of Cups, because, yeah, okay, that's cool and fun, but that doesn't last. I want something that lasts, because the Four of Pentacles can also talk about a foundation. I want some sort of security, some sort of sense of safety. Really emotionally, honestly, because it is a blocked heart chakra. Like, I want to feel safe to uncage my beautiful heart. Okay, I might feel the call, but I don't know if I want to answer it. That type of vibe. I don't know if I want to answer it because I'm busy right now being the magician. Yikes, collective. That could be the case, though. But you got an Ace of Pentacles. Why do I feel like some of you just don't, whoever's in the Queen of Swords energy might not have faith in this King of Pentacles. Again, I feel like they showed up in one energy at one point and now they're in a different energy. And it's like, this could be who wants to be heard. That's what I feel. Whoever the King of Pentacles is, it could be you, it could be somebody else. They want to be heard. Somebody might want to open the door to communication here. Because I almost get like a wish energy with the moon. Like, something has only been a fantasy, or something's only been a dream. But yet, Four of Pentacles, either not ready to leave a comfort zone, blocked heart chakra, like not really taking a risk to open up. It's not being open. Right? We give and receive through our heart chakra. So if your heart chakra is closed off, you're no longer, you're not really giving and you're not receiving. You're keeping everything in. So for some of you, there is this flow that wants to come from the heart chakra. But I almost get that some of you might, or this person, might be afraid to let that energy flow because of the tall tale, because of what someone says will happen if they do. It's almost like fearing the worst. Well, it's all gonna go bad and we're gonna end up with whatever, and it's just somebody is just like really in their head about it, or has been in their head about it for a while. Two of Swords, undecided. But the Ace of Swords, a decision has clearly been made. And I think the decision is this Ace of Pentacles. Someone is taking the risk to offer something. Something wants to connect now, or something is being offered now that wasn't. Somebody could have had the idea that the other person was like in this Knight of Wands in reverse energy. Because the Knight of Wands upright, yes, is positive, but also slightly chaotic. For it to be in reverse, it's like full-blown chaos. In the sense of like not having any sort of direction, no connection to spirit, just like don't know if you're going left or right, or what's up and what's down. And for a Queen of Swords, no, right? That's a big no. But I do feel like someone's been working. Eight of Pentacles. Someone's been working on uncaging their heart. Someone's been working on releasing or freeing themselves from some sort of barrier or blockage, and their ability to connect almost. Like there's this sensuality that's like here. And again, sensuality isn't just sex, right? Sensuality is literally your senses. So being able to see, hear, taste, touch. Someone I just feel like was very closed off from that sensibility or their sensuality, and not really enjoying it, or not getting a lot of joy from it, or pleasure, I guess I should say, from what someone was just numb. Maybe they felt like they had to numb out because of the Five of Wands, everything that was happening, and things they were maybe facing. Could be this Queen of Swords. I don't have time to feel. I have to be logical. And it's like, yet I almost feel like the Queen of Swords might be more naturally like a Queen of Cups, or like a Queen of Wands type of energy, where their main vibe is that sensibility. Like sensing the energy, flowing with the feels. But it's like someone has taken or been in this Queen of Swords energy for so long that maybe that's the thing, that false sense of identity. Maybe someone might be acting like a Queen of Swords when they're really not a Queen of Swords. In the same way, so there could be some mirroring here, in the same way that this King of Pentacles might have been the Knight of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Cups when they're actually a King of Pentacles. Let's clarify. I want to get some more. Tell me more about the Five of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Pentacles for this full moon. Sagittarius and Capricorn. What's the Five of Wands? I just heard fighting what I felt. Ten of Swords. Yeah. Okay. So what I will say is that this could be you, collective. This could be this person. But somebody's definitely gone through a hell of a lot. With the Five of Wands and the Ten of Swords, that's not very fun, comfortable, good feeling energy. Absolutely not. That's a lot of strife. That's a lot of struggle. It's a lot of challenge. That's a lot of mental reconfiguration, like a lot of betrayal, maybe even. A lot that this person or you were battling and fighting against. With the Magician, the Three of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords, and I don't like tapping into this type of energy, but I do feel I need to say it. There could have been outside manipulation. Somebody attempting to manipulate someone else or throw some sort of energy towards someone way, or trying to like cause challenge and blockages and drama where there didn't need to be any. Trying to create some sort of indecisive indecision in someone's energy about what to do. Someone definitely was attempting to cause confusion. Why do I feel like for some of you, this could be somebody you worked with? If this is like all you, okay, let's just cut out anybody else. This could be something or someone that was trying to challenge your sense of self-worth, or trying to tell you that you were like not good at what you did, and oh, you have, you know, it's like somebody was trying to cast doubt or plant seeds of doubt into your spirit about something you either felt called to do or something you are actually very, very skilled at, very, very good at. Why do I feel like in the Ten of Swords, somebody's plan definitely backfired here? Like if they were planning to cause confusion or trying to stop or make people view you in a certain way, yeah, with the Hanged Woman, it's like, I think that's backfiring here. Because if you're called to something, you have a destiny placed on your life. The divine has something for you. There is nothing and no one that can take that from you. It'll ooze out of your spirit and out of your pores. Do you know what I mean? No matter what anybody tries to make it out to be, the truth will always come out. Ace of Swords. Somebody got caught in their own web. I just heard recently, maybe within the last 2 weeks, for telling a tall tale. Ooh. Somebody tried to make it seem like you were either not a hard worker, or like you weren't good at something or good for someone, or like someone tried to cast and paint a whole picture of you, collective, or this is what was happening for this person. And that's not who they are at all. And I think time is proven that. I literally heard that so loud. Time has proven that whatever picture was painted of someone isn't who they truly are, that it was actually a tall tale, Pinocchio, somebody telling lies. Like, oh, that's not really who collective is. They're really this and they're really that. All the while, like, whoever was doing all that, do they even know you? No, I don't even think so. I just think that every lie, this is what I'm getting off this Ten of Swords, every lie that was told has now fallen in the back of who told it. Every sort of drama or challenge or hardship that was tried to be created is now a block and a cross and a line and a door closed for this person. Whatever was casted in confusion is now fallen on this person heavy. Because the Moon, the Four of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords, it's like, it's almost like this. Let's say, collective, for the sake of conversation, you are the Queen of Swords. And yeah, maybe you were rightfully closed off a little bit and maybe focused on your business or whatever you have to do and, you know, paying your bills, doing what you got to do to stay afloat for good reason. But whatever that reason was with the Moon and the Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords maybe was unknown. So it's almost like somebody either connected to you or connected to this person or somehow in the mix tried to fill in the blank with a tall tale. Oh, collective is closed off because they did this or that, or like, oh, because no one really, you know what I mean? Like, try to paint this picture of why you were closed off, why you were in your Queen of Swords energy, so that whomever with close encounters, because it does speak of intimacy and connection and relationships, whomever maybe wanted that or desired that could stay away from you or feel unsure about you. But here's the truth. They see it now. Like, oh, they're maybe like that because they have a calling or they feel called to do something or they're focused on creating something. Like, it's not what someone thought it was. They're gaining clarity. And the Ace of Wands comes back out again, y'all. So when this truth comes out, it speaks to someone's spirit. It's almost like playing that game, two truths and a lie. You make three statements and then the people have to figure out or try to discern what's the truth and what are the lies. Someone's figuring out what the truth is. And the truth, the actual truth, is something that was projected or presented as a lie. Clarify this Queen of Swords. The Queen of Pentacles. Right. About your business. That's what I'm trying to say. Collective, if you're in the Queen energy, you were focused on taking care of yourself, just like the Oracle said. Just because you were deciding, and maybe that was a big shift for you, based on maybe how you've operated in the past. Now I'm putting myself first. I'm taking care of me. And because you switched into that energy, which maybe pulled you away from certain places, people, things, there was then a lot, I do feel like this for some of y'all, there was all this gossip around why. Why did collective all of a sudden kind of fall off a little bit? Or why are they so focused over here? Or why don't they come around? Like, because I feel like, again, there was this call. There was a call. You heard a call from spirit and you answered. And those that haven't gotten that call don't understand that. They won't understand that. I almost feel like this call of the muse put you in star energy. Because I'm seeing the star in my mind's eye. It put you in star-like energy. And being in that star energy, it was attracting something or someone to you. Yeah, Seven of Swords. There's the gossip. Clarify this King of Pentacles. Clarify the King of Pentacles for the collective. Six of Cups. Yeah, let's talk about connection. Soulmate. King of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. Some of you might naturally be a Queen of Pentacles, but have been in a Queen of Swords energy for a minute. So even still, that would still be for whoever the Queen of Swords is, that would be the reminder that you want to make sure that, again, you find that balance. Six of Pentacles. That you don't lose sight of your passions, or you don't lose sight of the things that enrich your soul, that it's not all business. It's important to play too. I keep hearing remember, remembrance, soul remembering or remembrance, the Nine of Cups. Some of you are learning how to put your happiness first. Some of you are getting deeper into your own vibration of happiness, what feels right and good. And the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Did I not say for some of y'all, that moon is a wish fulfillment? Somebody maybe made a wish on the moon or spoke to the moon about a wish. And this might be coming around. Clarity, wish granted, Ace of Swords. If you're in the Queen energy, I feel like whoever this King of Pentacles is has maybe been watching you. Or they like know of you in some way, shape, or form. Maybe even if that's not the case, they've maybe put out a wish for someone like you, and it's like you've been closer than they've thought type of vibe. Like this King of Pentacles might be desiring a soulmate and asking the divine, okay, like, do I have a soulmate? Who's my true soulmate? Where's my soulmate? Blah, blah, blah. And little do they know, close encounters. They've already either encountered you at one point, or they were close to at one point, or you guys have been like circling around each other for a minute. Others of you, this person might be very close to you, this King of Pentacles, who feels this soulmate connection with you. And they might been asking the divine to help you lower your shields with them. Like how do, yeah. Like I know that they're not, I know collective isn't truly a Queen of Swords, and there's clearly been some circumstances that have made them be or rest in their Queen of Swords energy, but I feel Six of Cups with the Queen of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. I feel and I see and I sense that collective is the Queen of Pentacles to my King of Pentacles. So some of y'all, this is relationship with the Nine of Cups and the Lovers. And the Chariot behind that. Oi. So, some of you, if you know this person, there's definitely a lack of trust, and or there's something that makes this a little bit complicated. But maybe that's also, that complication could just be perspective. Maybe you perceive it, that could be the tall tale too, that it's complicated, it's too complicated to bring together when it's actually simple. Okay. I want to end and introduce, there's the Sun card at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, so the tall tale, the lie, whatever was not true is definitely being illuminated under this full moon. or has been or will be over the next 2 weeks, depending on when you find this, okay? Still 2-week time frame either way. And I think that's going to create a lot of change. With all that thunder, it's a big tower moment, I feel like, for whoever this is. Big, big tower moment. As I almost feel like this beautiful uncaging is kind of like this reveal. Where someone's finally seeing someone else for who they really are. And it's a positive thing. It's a good thing. Like who someone was thought to be wasn't who they truly were, or yeah, and I almost think that was kind of like I almost want to say it was like unfair. Because again, whatever the word around town was, it was based in illusion. Like it had no merit to it. People just pulling things out of the sky just to say something, I feel like that's just what it feels like, to confuse somebody. But you can't confuse what you can't confuse the truth. You can't confuse what God has set up, and it's just, yeah, that's what someone's coming to light with or about. So I want to pull from the Rose Oracle, and then we'll get into our moon mantras, okay? Last ending messages for the collective dealing or connected with this situation or this energy for the full moon. Ending messages here for this full moon in Sagittarius and Capricorn. Last message. The fertile void, inner winter, rest, patience, potency, and secret beginnings. Okay. That's what I feel like spawned this Queen of Swords, this inner winter. Oh, sacred union, beloved within and outer, beloved within inner and outer relationships. This is what I meant. What God has planned and ordained to be in existence will be, one way or another, regardless of whatever anyone else thinks they can do to try to stop it or delay it or whatever. It is truth will always transcend an illusion. It might take some time, but it will always, 100% always happen. The truth will always come to light. And the truth is, there is a sacred union here that's happening, coming together. What else? What else does the collective need to know about this full moon? After the rain, and literally that's so true to form to this moment, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy, it's over, acceptance. Yeah, whatever lies somebody was trying to cast, whatever that was, that whole journey, that whole illusion, that whole cycle, over and done. The worst is behind you, collective, for those of you that resonate with this. There's a lot of beauty to come. Some of you are really patient through this trial. This definitely feels like a trial. Some of you maybe were hyper aware that people were saying the wrong things or trying to make up lies about you. And I think you didn't let that stop you, 8 of Pentacles. Some of you trusted, yeah, the truth will come out. Like spirit and God will defend me. I don't really need to say or do anything. People will see for themselves eventually. I'm just going to stay focused on what I have to do. I'm going to take care of me. Take care of my business. Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles. Staying solid and grounded. What else? For this full moon. Got morning dew. Clarity, a fresh start, and a positive outlook. Exactly. Honorary mentions, you've got rapture. Come on now. Rapture, sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, pleasure, reunion, soul recognition, collaboration, partnership, and friendship. We're leaving these out. All right, I'm gonna grab one more. One more for the full moon here, Divine, for the collective. Thank you. The second bloom. A second chance. It's never too late. New possibilities. That's why all the aces were coming out. You've got the breathing rose at the bottom, heart healing, emotions, connection. Time eases. So time has truly told the truth. Time has revealed the truth. Time has awakened someone's sensuality. Time has allowed someone to have soul recognition, 6 of Cups, around a collaboration, a partnership, a friendship, a sacred union. So the rain, the storm, and look, it's not raining anymore. It's not thundering anymore outside. The rain, the storm, the thunder, the clouds have gone, are leaving, are dissipating under this full moon, and here comes the sun. Someone's gained clarity and wants a fresh start. Someone now has a more positive outlook on this union, on this bond, on this connection, whether this is work, career, love, relationship, take it how it resonates. Someone now has a positive outlook and has hope, and maybe wants to ask or feels as if mercy. Someone, yeah, especially with the Queen of Swords. I think it's this King of Pentacles is like, please, God, let this Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles have mercy on me. Someone wants a second chance here. Whether or not that's something that you would like to do, collective, if that is you in the position to give the second chance, that's your own discernment. You know your situation better than any reader. And it looks like some spirit is definitely saying something's been cleared out. And I almost feel like at the second bloom is this second bloom of love and like romance and pleasure, and just this opportunity to feel good again. To explore things that feel good again. Some of you, this is just pure acceptance that you're on a path, my loves. You are on a path that, yeah, is definitely going to call you to different places and spaces, call up different things from you, from within you, to face, to integrate, to learn about, to grow from, to love and embrace. I think some of you are really starting to understand what that co-creative process with spirit truly is, if this is not tied or tethered to romantic love for you. There's a heart healing. I mean, come on. Heart healing. And then rose without thorns at the bottom of that. You have a right to your joy, peace, and the sweetness of life. That's what it is. It's like some of you need to allow yourself to have some fun and some joy. You've worked very hard. You're deserving of it. Some of you, there's this worthiness that's starting to ground in, that you're starting to take action from. And no longer subscribing to those tall tales that you're not worthy, or this won't work out for you, or blah, 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 whatever it might have been. Throwing that out, walking away from that. 8 of Cups, detaching from it and seeing it from a new point of view, the Hanged Woman. That this doesn't have to be for anybody but me, the Knight of Cups. I can just do this because it feels good. It doesn't have to serve a greater purpose. I just enjoy it, and that's enough. The simple fact that I enjoy it is enough. It's healthy for me. It doesn't harm me. It doesn't harm anybody else. Then it's enough. And allowing yourself to just flow with that. And that's going to create this sacred union of energy within you between your own masculine and feminine. It's going to give you this amplified sensuality and love and devotion and romance and ecstasy and pleasure. So all of that disconnect from that. And I either someone felt they didn't deserve to indulge in that, or someone just kind of had to turn that off in order to get things done. It's like finding a better balance. 6 of Pentacles. Focusing on the things that truly do enrich you both ways. 8 of Pentacles. That offer you stability, but also the freedom to create. A reunion with you for some of you guys too, coming back home to yourself. That was a title of a reading that I just did in the astrology tarot round. I think it was Cancer Leo. So this is almost like a second chance for you guys to really do something the right way, or do something from a more authentic, grounded, and settled space. Whether it is a relationship with someone else, whether it's just the relationship you have with yourself or you have with spirit, that's what's getting renewed. You have 3 aces show face here in this reading. I love this energy for y'all. Love it, love it, love it for the collective. Okay, I hope you received it well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's go ahead and get your mantras. And then we will close this reading, okay? Hi, Marigold. Thanks for being here, love. Look at me. Don't look at me. Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. I hear you. Risks are more crucial. No, 100%. 100%. And again, I really want to say for those of you who have been in this Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, like, like, you know what I mean? I really got to focus. It's been valid. And I think that's someone, if there is someone outside of you or in this kind of close encounter connection with you, it's like they're finally getting it. Because I feel like it's easy to try to come up with narratives around why someone is the way they are without actually asking questions. It's just easy to say, oh, someone's like this because this, that, and that, without even really knowing. It could be a trauma response. It could be a myriad of things. So I think, again, the truth has revealed itself. So some of y'all, like I said, y'all might be preparing for a sacred union. Y'all might be really coming into a second bloom in a relationship or a connection here, or getting a second chance to pursue a passion of yours. Either way, it's beautiful. Either way, it's absolutely beautiful energy. With the sun being at the end of all of this, yeah. All right, mantras for this full moon are: by practicing openness to new ideas, thoughts, and beliefs, I gain a fresh perspective. This fills me with curiosity, a longing to dig deeper than I ever have before. The willingness to explore how I defined true beauty. What do I love? What do I value? How do I communicate that? What am I afraid to let go of or fully embody? The answers I seek require a brave journey into the depths of my soul. Yeah, if that doesn't sum up everything we just spoke about. And then we have, my shadow is here to remind me that growth is constant. I accept and surrender to my evolution. My desires are necessary and valid. Every aspect of my being is divine. Some of you are stepping into your divinity and your sovereignty as a divine being. And it's like, yes, that royal you, that's what came out in your pre-shuffle. Yeah, the royal you, exactly. Exactly. Okay, I will type these affirmations and mantras out in a comment that will be pinned under this video. So you guys can come back to this, read them off to yourself as much as you need to really connect with it, okay? Again, I hope that you found this reading helpful and maybe it offered you some confirmation or reassurance around what you got going on and what's to come here for you, my lovely collective. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And I thank you for allowing me to read for you in this moment. It is truly an honor. If you're interested again in this particular moon reading chakra series, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can tune into the new moon. That will happen on, I believe, I'll probably do it July 16th because it's actually on the 17th. I like to do it a day ahead. So in 2 weeks here, we'll be doing that new moon if you want to tune in for that. I also, again, do timeless general tarot readings for all 12 cusp zodiac signs and zodiac seasons. Alrighty, my loves. All of that is listed in playlists on my homepage if you're interested in exploring. It's also listed in the comment or the description box, below. All of my playlists for all of the different reading series I have. All right, I am sending you all so much love because it feels really good. Okay, it does feel a bit scary, is what I'll say. Like a little like, huh? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But you do know. Trust what you know. You know. You feel it, you sense it. Your higher self is telling you, answer the call, collective. Just answer it. Pick up the phone. Okay? Hear this person out if this is someone on the other line, or hear yourself out on the other line too, okay? Definitely, again, dig into your root chakra, your sacral chakra, and your throat chakra under this beautiful full moon energy. I do have a chakra healing playlist curated for you guys in the description box below. So start there, explore. If you already have your own favorites for those chakra centers, get started and start listening to them now so that when this full moon peaks, you'll be prepped and ready to really receive the energy that wants to come forward. All right, my loves. I'll see you in our next one. I hope you have a wonderful and happy full moon. Namaste. Thank you again, Herbal Angel. Thank you, SH. And thank you, Angela, for tuning in and saying hello in the chat. And thank you, Marigold, as well. Love to see you in the chat as well. I appreciate you all. Namaste.